Some people in the national liberal media are criticizing Donald Trump for effectively campaigning against the national liberal media. In point of fact, they may not like it, but he does have his point, and we've seen his point proved this week. The number of people in the national media attacking him for saying that he would not accept the results of an election, irrespective of the fraud or irrespective of the corruption of that election, is mind-boggling. Joining us tonight, Washington Times columnist Kelly Riddell, and we'll be going back to Donald Trump as the situation warrants. Radio talk show host on New York's WOR, Mark Simone, joins us as well. Kelly, let me start with this amazing reaction on the part of the national, particularly left, but it's also broader than that. The national media jumping on him for saying he would not accept the results until the time arrives. I've never seen a more screwball, wrong-headed reaction to anything by the national media as a group than this.
It's hypocrisy at its best, given what happened in 2000 and what happened in 2004, and the fact that John Kerry didn't concede until the next day. I mean, this is just, it's getting too much to handle, and the media is getting too much to handle, that people are tuning out. They're simply losing faith in the media. The media standing is at an all-time low, and Donald Trump has a point. I mean, especially with the Project Veritas videos that came, the undercover sting videos, talking of these Democratic operatives, basically talking about how they're inciting riots at Donald Trump rallies and how they're trying to perpetrate voter fraud. That was at the media did not cover that. The major networks this week, I mean, it was at a blackout. So to ignore that video, which broke on Monday, by the way,
how about
before Donald Trump said this, and then to not compute all of this together is just awful, if you ask me.
And to ignore the fact here, Mark, that there is the Democratic candidate, the nominee for the Democratic Party, on the stage with Donald Trump, wagging her finger at him and saying that his supporters have been violent, while she full well knew that her campaign, the Democratic organization, had already paid for operatives to go to his rallies to agitate and to incite violence, and which they did, and shut down a rally in Chicago. I mean, that's chutzpah.
Well, it's just awful. You know, when that debate ended and everybody on those liberal networks, of course that doesn't narrow it down much, but you know who I mean, screaming and yelling about how could he not accept the results of the election, I realized they were not accepting the results of the debate. He had won. I saw even Nate Silver say so the other day. So we're down to just pick anything to go after him with. I think they all decided a few weeks ago, you can't beat him on the issues. Let's just beat him on these things, these little quirky things. Let's try to just wear people down on him.
The interest, the energy, the enthusiasm on the part of Trump supporters versus those supporting Hillary Clinton. Kelly, who has the edge, and how big do you expect the difference to be?
This is where you can't trust the polls, right? Because polls can't measure momentum. They can't measure enthusiasm. They don't know, especially given that they're predicting such a landslide for Hillary Clinton. How is that going to affect her voters? Are they even going to bother to come out to the polls on November 8th because she's going to win so dominantly? I know that the Donald Trump supporters are very enthusiastic, and it's really going to be a matter as if they turn out in the numbers, and this is something that the polls just don't measure.
Mark, you get the last word.
Well, I know he's doing well. When you see the media in triple overdrive, they're at DEFCON 1 trying to stop him. Yeah. The day they relax a little, then I'll know he's in trouble.
Kelly Riddell, Mark Simone, thank you both for being here.